Welcome to Uncloaked Illusions. I am Chris Anthony and getting off pretty late, little exhausted. Was watching the speech that President Trump did in Davos, Switzerland, and it was utterly amazing. Look, I've written down some points, but I urge you to check this out. Trump spoke about, well, let's first say he made it very clear that he was there to represent America. Now, when Obama spoke in Davos, he did not mention his representation of America. It was more of a globalist representation. Trump mentioned the years of stagnation and the current economic growth. He mentioned the stock market at an all-time high, creating at least $7 million of new wealth for America. He also mentioned the rising of consumer confidence, business confidence, and manufacturing confidence being at its highest. And he made this he made the significance on the term decades because he wanted to let you know that this stagnation had been going on for decades. And I think I pointed that out in a previous video about the productivity and also the wages being, I believe, removed from reality in a sense. It was pretty much separated, and they're supposed to grow as a unit, but that leverage was removed when the gold standard was removed. He also mentioned the 2.4 million jobs created in a year. A year. Obama couldn't even create 2.4 million jobs in 8 years, in 2 terms. Get that. He also mentioned, which I love, because this is something that we could always have a debate on, especially the African Americans. And for those who feel offended by being considered or called African Americans, the Black Americans, that African Americans' unemployment is at an all-time low, and it's never been recorded at such a low in America. That's astonishing. He basically made sure that he was putting America first, mentioning America was no longer going to just sit by and it was going to become competitive yet again. He mentioned the tax reform for small businesses to expand their businesses so more jobs can be created. Millions of Americans receive bonuses and raises. And a side note, I received a message from one of my subscribers pointing out that he received a raise and a bonus as well. And because he was so moved that the Democrats had lied about this particular bill being like the end of the world for America and for people in general, he left the Democratic Party. And I say congrats. I say bravo to you. You are no longer living on a Democratic plantation. And happy that I had received this particular comment from this pundit of the truth, letting this truth shine through. Thank you. Okay, I digress. He also, which I thought was very, very significant, it was that he pointed out the regulations being a stealth taxation. And he also, which I thought was very, very bold of him to mention the unelected bureaucrats, imposing anti-business and anti-workers regulations on our citizens in America, like the EU. You don't vote for these people. There's no accountability. You don't know who's actually in this, what I would consider the echelons of the shadow government, because we don't vote for them. We don't get to witness a campaign. These people are secretly implemented by certain powerful people. We can name families, but I'm choosing not to. And I love the fact that Trump was basically saying this is enough. We're as an American representation for my people, we're not doing this anymore. We're not accepting this shit anymore. Bravo. Beautiful. He also again place significance on the fact that he's going to put America first, and he also pivoted to saying that just as other countries should put their interest first, he's going to put America's interest first, because previous administrations and previous presidents, commanders in chiefs, they didn't put America's interest first. You know, they again put the bureaucrats and the globalists' interest first. So I want you guys to check this speech out at Davos in Switzerland. Give me your comments. Let me know how you feel about it. It really was something that was insightful. It was exciting. Trump was very, very collected. He was calm. And believe me, you know, the reports and you know, watching some of the videos as he arrived, it was literally like a freaking rock star arriving. They all, in a sense, bowed down and worship. They knew they were in the presence of a damn alpha male. And they knew that this particular person, he means business. He's friendly when he needs to be friendly, but he's strictly about business because he needs to make America competitive again. We've had too many of these politicians selling out, as I've mentioned in many videos, the American people and America's interest. And it's great to see a president, honestly, in the White House with balls, actually with balls, and that will stand for something. Because you know, presidents prior to this particular president stood for absolutely nothing, and they were puppets. And you know, and it's up for debate whether you believe Donald Trump is a puppet or not. I highly even subscribe to that notion, because it makes no sense of why the media and why so many people hate this person, why so many important people, you know, people that represent states, people that represent cities, parishes, hate this person. He's doing something that's rattling their chains and that's scaring the shit out of them. And that's why as American citizens, you should pay attention, because he's trying to show you something that's been going on in Washington for far too long. I'm Chris Anthony. That's just my briefing of my commentary on the speech in Davos. And mind you, I love it. It's about a 30-minute speech. Check it out. Again, comment, like, subscribe. I have 40 subscriptions now, and I'm pretty excited about that. Let's get that subscription up to at least 50 or 60 before the month even elapse. You know, we got some big things going on, and I want you guys to be aboard. We have some truth to expose, and it's a wonderful thing to know that I'm getting my truth seekers to join in. Chris Anthony, and I am out.